Kia ora koutou. My name is Erna Tidy and I'm the Associate Registrar at Canterbury Museum. I've been in this role for 4.5 years and I'm really excited to share a little bit about this job and the journey I took to get there with you. The role of the Associate Registrar and registration is a bit difficult to put into a nice, quick definition. But one great way that I've heard it described is that it's similar to the control tower at an airport. Everything that comes in or out of a collection at a museum should have the oversight of a registrar. You'll find that at different museums, titles such as registrar could mean a lot of different things. But at Canterbury Museum, the registration department is responsible for the physical care and documentation of all collection objects. Practically, this means that I wear a lot of hats in my day-to-day. I help out with the processing of bringing new objects into the collection. I monitor the environment that we keep the objects in. I keep an eye on our collections management system and our databases. And I draft loan agreements for when we have exhibitions or lend objects out for research. I'm really lucky that I don't have to do all of this on my own. I'm part of a really dedicated and super talented team that is responsible for these areas and more. But what I really love about my role in particular is that I can do a little bit of everything. So, how did I get here? Well, I studied a Bachelor of Arts in Art History and Anthropology at the University of Auckland after being heavily focused in humanities at high school. You don't always need maths. At the end of my bachelor's degree, I received an amazing opportunity to complete a summer research scholarship with the history department at the uni. This project allowed me to research historical medical equipment at MOTAT in Auckland, Museum of Transport and Technology, which led to my first part-time job there as a research assistant and inspired my master's thesis, which is where I explored how to standardize the evaluation of acquisitions, so new objects into museums. While completing my thesis, I worked part-time at Auckland Museum as the assistant curator history, and then as a collections technician documentary heritage for 2 years before landing my current role. While I was incredibly lucky to have landed these roles and learned a lot, I also worked really hard and spent a fair amount of time volunteering throughout my bachelor's degree, including processing archaeological material at the uni, lab, visitor hosting at galleries and museums, and even doing a little bit of art writing when I could. Through all these experiences, I learned a lot of what we call hard skills. Skills specific to the job at hand, including research, writing, condition reporting, object handling, pest management, and even logistics. Some of these I gained from uni, but the vast majority I gained from experience in both a volunteer and professional capacity. What I've also learned and want to pass on to you today is the importance of soft skills. These are personal attributes that enable someone to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. I found that reaching out, attending events like today, and asking questions were extremely helpful to learn about what I needed to do to achieve my goals. It's also important to follow up on potential opportunities and constantly ask for feedback. Being honest relates to how you approach your work and treat people around you. Staying focused, treating all opportunities with dedication, respecting the time of those around you, and having integrity in your work. But it's also important to be honest with yourself. If you are excited about something, let that excitement show. People like people who love what they are doing. It's also important to explore your options. Even if you know you want to work in collections like I did, give research or front of house a go. It might lead to something even greater, or at least give you some understanding as to what your colleagues do every day. Lastly, and most importantly, stay in touch with those people that you come across along the way. You never know what opportunities they may have for you down the line. Thank you so much for having me, and please do come find me for a chat.